How's it going?
It's going great. I am so honored to speak to you. I got to speak to you last season of Arrow. Yay. I got to speak to you.
Yay. Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So when we kind of last left off, it was revealed that you are now going to be, you went from the smaller role to now you're going to be on one of the main roles. You've been upgraded. You're a series regular now.
Yeah.
And that it's going to do a huge change with, like, they're jumping forward with the time. And now we got the whole Crisis of Infinite. And we found out that a lot of things kind of happen in the future. You're more of like the heroic son of John Diggle, and that John Diggle Jr. may actually be a crime lord, and there's a lot of things going on with the family.
Yes.
Can you say anything that you was particularly excited about that you cannot wait for fans to see?
This season, and I feel like last season, we really touched a little bit on Connor's history, his family, like background and everything like that. This season,
Yes.
I feel like they dive a lot heavier into it. So I'm crazy excited that they've already announced who's going to be playing JJ, and me and Charlie, we've worked really well together. Personalized a lot of different things in our performances to like really make that bond a strong one. So I cannot wait for this season because it dives deeper into like the Diggle family
Right.
as a whole. It also dives very deeply into like my history, my background, and like my relationships with both John and JJ. I'm like crazy excited for that. There's some good things being feel like I'm really proud of. So I hope fans really gravitate. I hope they like it.
Okay. Now, also in regards to Maya, there seems to be some type of tension.
It's because like when they were like coming up with names for the character initially, like name was Maya, and then before they started pairing, they changed it to Mia. No, I did that.
Now,
she was like, I auditioned for Maya.
oh, I would have loved to see that.
Well, yeah.
Now there was I sensed there was some tension. There was some romantic interludes that one could have assumed that was going on. Will we explore the relationship between those two?
I think when we pick up, it's still a very complicated relationship, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to figure out, the best way to protect the city and to be heroes like their parents were. And everybody who was sort of heroes before has left in the flash forwards. So it's us trying to figure it out, and we don't really know how to do that. But it's like, trying to figure out who should be leading the team, who should be taking the forefront. And a lot of that is reflected in their relationship. It's love-hate, I guess is the best way to describe it. So, there's conflict there, and there's conflict when JJ comes into the mix, too. But there's some stuff coming up that I think the smoking Hawke and Shipper, I think there's a lot in there that they're going to love. Without giving too much away.
Right.
Like there is still a lot of love there.
Well, because this is the series finale, looking back on Connor's progression on the show, is there something in particular that is memorable to you?
Oh, man, what would it be? I'd say, do you mean scene-wise, or I guess moment-wise, or things that I've done on the show that stick out?
Kind of more like were there special moments or things that you've done that you, the actor Joseph, will take with you as that character?
Okay. It's funny, there's always something from every role that sort of gets you. And when I got this, when I went to play Connor, a big part of his character is fighting crime, and it's being this agent, being this like sort of strong military person. a military background person, and wanting to live up to that. Like, this show is already very physical, but I want it to be believable as all of this stuff. So, like, when I started playing Connor, I really got into fitness. And so, like, learning the stunts and doing it, and you'll see, like, in a lot of these shots that we have this season, me trying to do as much of the stunts as I can. Like, this character has, like, made me so into fitness and so into being, like, in the best physical condition that I can be, because he is such a physical one. He is fighting. He is, like, supposed to be an expert in not only arms, but, like, hand-to-hand combat and everything. So it's trying to embody that. That's made me, like, love stunts, love, like, right, choreography, love fitness, and love all of that. And that's something I think I'm probably going to carry with me to, like, every project afterwards,
Right.
It's like, I haven't stopped working out yet. So.
Is it, the show itself is very, I would say combat sport and athletic in that regards. Is there kind of like a...
man, everybody's in, like, such good shape, and there's no way, you can go onto that show and just be like, I'm going to be the fat guy.
The fat guy.
Be the one who's not hitting the gym. Like, everybody's working out constantly. Like, they're all in peak physical condition, and it's like, okay, well, I need to step up to the plate.
Is it more like a competition with each other, or is it more like a camaraderie?
It's like a camaraderie, but it's like a circle of compliments. Like, everybody's constantly like, man, I wish I looked like you. Oh no, like, you see these, like, biceps right here. So it's literally just like a circle of compliments that go around to this entire cast. But, like, David is a lot bigger in person than, like, I guess I imagine on screen. And he's playing my father or whatever. But, like, you can't tell how big someone is on camera, and you don't meet him and they're, like, small. Like, he's bigger than he is on camera. And I'm just like, man, trying to get like you, man. But, no, it's all love. It's all camaraderie.
Now, can you say whether or not the show will be entirely, the storyline will be in the future?
We are, like, they're still piecing together what they want it spin-off to be.
Okay.
After this, because they want to find something that makes sense and the fans are going to love. But also, like, it's different, but doesn't, like, diminish the legacy of Arrow. So it's a delicate path to walk. And I don't know. I mean, as you saw, like, they released that Katie Cassidy's going to be in it, and Juliana's going to be in it. And we'll see if they're older in this, or, I don't know, something happens and they ride with the legends or something.
Now, in regards to Crisis on Infinite Earths, is there the casting news is ridiculous. Is there someone in particular that you would love to have a scene with?
Oh my God, everybody. It's funny because, like, I mean, even in our world, like, without Crisis or whatever, like, I'd love to meet Ruby Rose. I know they've been promoting Batwoman pretty heavily in the past couple months, but she's always been someone who I've seen as, like, extremely cool. So I would love to work with her. But they're bringing in so many people. They're bringing in, like, Tom Welling from Smallville, and I watched Smallville every day when I was younger. Like, my family would watch it together with, like, all my brothers and sisters. And man, it would be crazy to work with someone. Like, it would be so much fun. Okay. So there are a couple people and a couple people that I can't even mention, but there are a couple people in this crossover, in this Crisis on Infinite Earths, that I would love to work with or have scenes with.
For the final day of the final scene for Connor, is there something that what kind of happiness do you want Connor to have at the end? His happy ending would be what?
It's funny because, like, I want, in order for the show to, like, keep going, it's not like you have this sort of happy walk off into the sunset moment for the rest of the crew. I want that to happen for, Oliver and everyone in the past and everything, but I want us to sort of find who we are as people and as a team. we're not there yet when we start this season. Like we're so bad. I don't want to give too much away, but we're not where we need to be at the start of the season. And I'd like for us to find where we all sit in the grand scheme of things and as a team, and become heroes, like legitimately, and then have that be able to be something that carries over into this spinoff.
Okay. So at the end of season 7, the finale, the team is kind of in a hot mess. And we know that they will come together. Hopefully, the assumption is they will come together. Can you say whether or not the crossover event, if Team Arrow will be involved in the crossover, or are they a direct result of the Infinite Crisis?
It is a weird thing. I don't know how much I can give away about Crisis. Much to say that it's going to change everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like everything's going to change, and it's not just for our show. It's going to be for the entire Arrowverse can change drastically, and I think fans are a little scared, especially with how much change in the comics when Crisis happened. So I don't know. We don't know who's safe, you know.
Okay. Yes. And what would you describe as Connor's perfect day?
Describe Connor's perfect day. I don't know. I'd say like doing a mission out in Budapest with Mia, and maybe like my family or something. He's someone who has grown up in this tactical family. Most of their major events were interrupted by some sort of international catastrophe. So I feel like he's still at home on a mission. You know, he's very much like Dick Rosenweiler in that way. There's people raised him. So I think his perfect day would be like getting things done, saving people in some way with the people who are close to him. So more than likely Mia.
And how has playing Connor impacted what will you take away, aside from the exercising part, what would you take away from playing Connor that is now, you would say, permanently impacted your life, changed you?
It's right. It's like, aside from the fitness thing, I feel like a lot of the relationships that I've gained from being on the show, like I wouldn't have had those if it was for Connor. Like playing the character has like affected me physically, just in trying to transform for it. But being on the show has affected, I don't know, just me as a person. And like I've learned so much from being here, from working with the network, from working with the writers, from working with the other actors. I've got so much advice from David Ramsey and Renee Gonzalez. There are people on the show who have helped me grow and helped me, sort of understand how to navigate things. And a lot of them, they not married or are raising kids and still navigating Hollywood. And that's a hard thing to do. And I feel like having people that I can kind of see and learn from is a real major thing, especially with when I try to do stuff like that. So I think being on the show, that's the biggest takeaway for me, just learning and meeting so many great people.
Right. As you as future Green Arrow, if you could have one opponent that you would love to face off against in the DC universe, who would you choose, even if it's JJ, who's now a crime lord?
What's the question?
You as future Green Arrow, who would you love to face in the DC universe if you could fight one opponent?
Oh my God! Okay, so I'm the future Green Arrow in the comic books, right?
Yes.
I would love to go head to head with Terry McGinnis. Yeah, from Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
That would be an epic showdown.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good one.
I know. That would be my
That's a good one. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for speaking with me. I look forward to the season.
I'm so glad you called again and we got to revisit everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you in the upcoming season and you battling against JJ.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be good. I'm really proud of a lot of the things we did. I mean, hopefully they make the cutting room floor, but if not, they'll be in the deleted scenes of DVD box set or something.
Right.
Have a good one. Thank you again.